Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, once again, we've got tech stocks leading the market higher. The Dow's not doing much at the moment. Well, that's okay because we got the S&P 500 up. We also have gold up another $150, so that trade is not changing. And we've got Bitcoin up slightly, but not enough to give us a buy signal on Wednesday morning. Well, yesterday, the health insurance companies got hit hard, and in the pre-market, we saw that United Healthcare was going to be down about 20%, and of course, it is part of the Dow, so it was a drag on the Dow yesterday. It is back in the open gap that was caused back in August. Remember when Warren Buffett stepped in and bought a chunk of this company? Well, that investment hasn't been working out so far. Then other stocks in this sector got whacked hard. There's Humana down nearly 20 over a little over 21% on the day, and certainly taking out the low from November. Now, today's Fed day, so expect volatility to expand after 2 p.m. this afternoon. It'll be very interesting to see what happens on this particular Fed meeting. Is he going to try to fight the falling U.S. dollar, inflation, economic growth? We'll just have to wait and see. The U.S. Government might be closed on Friday. We are coming into month end, so month end usually has a bullish bias to it. And so far, tech stocks are certainly showing that bias, but we'll have to, of course, wait and see how things work out. Now, the U.S. dollar continued to move lower. It's starting to trade below the weekly support line there. And of course, as the U.S. dollar is following other currencies, including the euro and the Canadian dollar, all major currencies are up against the U.S. dollar this week. So if you're long any of the currencies, you're doing well at the moment. Now, if you're interested in trading currencies, of course, you don't want to use the ETFs. You can use Forex. You can use the futures contract, which is what we're looking at right now. But definitely do not try to make money using the currency ETFs. Now, gold was down a touch yesterday on the futures contract. It's up another $150 in the pre-market last time I checked. Now, speaking of commodities, let's start off looking at energy. There's the USO making a new high yesterday for this move. Gasoline made a slightly higher high yesterday. We had very quiet trading for natural gas on Tuesday. Then looking at the metals, a slight pullback in copper, new high for the GLD. We saw palladium pull back yesterday. It traded right down to the lower channel line, so we may see a sell signal on Wednesday. Platinum holding up a little bit better. And then we had silver up a little over 3% on Tuesday. Did not make a new high just yet, but it certainly looks like it's going to try to do that on Wednesday. Looking at the copper miners, still on a buy signal here, up by 2.66% yesterday. Looking at gold miners in New York, up 1.68%. In Toronto, up just 0.42%, so a little under 0.5% on the day. Then looking at the silver miners, up 0.64%. Junior silver miners, a little better at 0.68%. In both cases, we're still looking for a higher high on Wednesday. Looking at the energy sector, Canadian energy stocks were up a little over 1%. In the U.S., they were up a little under 1%, having an inside day, struggling to break out above the $50 level. Looking at the VIX or the fear index, there's still quite a divergence here. We see tech stocks moving higher on once again on Wednesday morning, but the VIX is not trending lower at the moment. The VIX ETFs are treading water here as well. So really no commitment from the options traders for higher stock prices at the present time. Now, looking at the Magnificent Seven stocks, these stocks have been up over the last couple of days. There's the NASDAQ starting to break out above the recent highs, filling the gap there. And now we're looking to see if we can take out the high from last October. In Canadian dollars, the NASDAQ not anywhere near the highs from last October. And then looking at the Magnificent Seven ETF, third day of a buy signal for that ETF coming up, but towards the highs from back in December. We've got Apple back on a buy signal on both sides of the border. We've got Amazon back on a buy signal. We've got Alphabet still on a buy signal, no change in trend there. Then we've got Meta still on a buy signal here on both sides of the border. In looking at Microsoft, again, we're on a buy signal right now, looking for higher prices. We've got Nvidia struggling here. It's on a buy signal, but not going anywhere at the moment. So we're hoping to take out the December highs at some point. That has not started just yet. Then looking at Tesla, Tesla generated a buy signal the other day. Now we're back on a sell signal. If you're long Tesla at the moment, should hold off and see how it opens on Wednesday morning. We do have most of the tech stocks trading higher, and last time I looked, I thought Tesla was also trading higher on Wednesday morning. And last up this morning, we're looking at Shopify, and if you look over, you can see Shopify starting to trade below the November lows. Hopefully, they can fix that fairly quickly, or that is very bearish for Shopify going forward. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. So far, it looks like tech stocks want to lead the market higher. We certainly expect some volatility this afternoon after the Fed announcement comes out at 2 p.m. Enjoy the rest of your day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Thursday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.